Well guys, welcome to the Paisley Food and Drink Festival. Usually the Rum Shack will be right here, food venues behind me, and a big stage over to our left. Unfortunately, COVID put a dampener on that, but don't worry, we've got some live music, cooking tutorials, and even some rum tasting, filmed at our Rum Shack venue in Glasgow. Right, better get over there. How do you guys? Whoop. Well, here we are in the Rum Shack. It's really good to have you here. Now, unfortunately, Jared Butler and Pal Natini didn't get back to us about hosting, so you're stuck with me, Rum Shack bartender and local legend, Amy Smith. Right? Now, if you've got the box from Rumslinger, just hang on to that for a minute, because Kenneth's going to be talking you through those later. But don't worry if not, just make sure you grab a drink, and we've got plenty of fun in store for you. Come on in. So, let's get the party started with some tunes from Samson Sounds.
Thanks very much, Amy. Good evening, Paisley Food and Drink Festival. We're Samson Sounds, a Glasgow-based band playing world-based music and all things in between. We're going to get started with some nice tunes and see how you go. Oh yeah. It's been some time, but it's nice to come and join you in your home tonight and get you grooving. It's important to stay moving at all times. Keep your heart warm and your head in a good place. Oh yeah.
Soon to last. This time to tune in and drop out.
take things up a notch. Paisley. Yeah, we're gonna get it warmer with a little bit of mad game. For all of you that have seen us before, you'll know this tune. You can sing along at home if you need to and want to. Oh yeah! Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short break just now and we'll be back later to get the party even hotter. I'm going to hand over to Amy.
Sounding good, guys.
Hey, thank you very much.
How does it feel being back on stage after a whole year?
Great. Yeah, pretty amazing. Definitely parts that feel like, this is normal and this is how it's supposed to be, and other parts that are like, I can't remember anything.
I've forgotten how to socialise myself.
It's definitely that feel, isn't it?
So it's Paisley Food and Drink Festival. What have we been drinking over the last year?
Ooh, a lot of water. Actually got into decaf coffee this year.
A lot of decaf coffee. Yeah. I've had to change over to that myself.
Yeah, because it's not quite got enough energy to kick through.
Nothing more exciting?
Anything more exciting? Hot toddies over the winter, that definitely saw through.
Good choice.
Yeah, very.
Right, guys, so here at Paisley Food and Beer Festival, obviously we've got some food and drink coming up. But don't worry, if you liked what you heard, we'll see more from Samson Sounds at the end of the night. Here at Rumslinger HQ, unsurprisingly, we're all about rum. So here's Kenneth to talk us through some.
Hi guys, my name's Kenneth and I'm here from the Rumslinger to take you through the rums featured in your Paisley Food and Drink Festival box. Today we've got some rums from Barbados, Cuba and Jamaica, and we've chosen these guys because we think they all taste so different, and we're hoping that by putting them together you'll get a good idea of all the things rum can be. Now you should have your tasting notes that come with every single Rumslinger box. I'll let you guys go through them on your own while I just give you a bit of info about how the rum's made, a bit of info on the significance of the origin, and some tasty serving suggestions to enjoy your rum. Now before we get started, let's just get some basics out of the way so we're all on the same page and nobody's lost when I'm talking nonsense. All rum is a derivative of sugarcane. Sugarcane is produced in more than 80 countries, and the finest is said to come from the Caribbean. The rum industry itself came about when they realised that they could use the waste products from the sugar industry to make alcohol with. These waste products are the pulp and the juice that come out of the sugarcane when it's been crushed and grinded by the machines to get the sugar itself. Just like the grapes used in wine, sugarcane is affected by the atmospheric conditions of the place it's grown. When you couple this with each island's separate approach to aging and distillation, you end up with an eclectic world of rums with something for everyone to enjoy. I'm going to start with the rum from Barbados, Plantation 5, because Barbados is the largest and oldest rum producer in the world. The first commercial sugarcane crop was planted in the 1600s, and their first distillery was founded in 1703 by a company called Mount Gay. However, it wasn't exactly a standing start, and as is the way with the history of all alcohol, early settlers were brewing a rudimentary form of this called Kill Devil as much as a century before. As you would expect from the grandfather of rum, Barbados' climate is perfect for growing sugarcane, but it's the soil that sets it apart. High alkaline levels bring a distinct combination of nutrients and minerals that help to define the aromatic taste of the sugarcane and therefore the rum. Now, Barbados typically make English style rums. English style rums are usually quite robust in flavour, and this is because they use large pot stills and also age their rum in ex-bourbon casks, which help to contribute to that fruity flavour that you're hopefully tasting now. What's a good drink to make with this? Why not just a classic Barbados corn and oil? It's 2 parts rum and 1 part falernum, which is essentially an alcoholic and spiced sugar syrup, and a great way to add a twist to a drink when you want to sweeten things up. Make it like an old fashioned and top it with plenty of bitters. So hailing from Cuba in the north of the Caribbean, we've got legendary Ron Dorado. The climate for growing sugarcane in Cuba is hot and sticky, which seems to work out pretty well for them. Cuba makes Spanish style rums. You know you're drinking a Spanish rum if the word ron is on the bottle, which is Spanish for rum. Spanish rums are typically more lighter and delicate in flavour, and this is actually by request of the Spanish crown, who preferred their spirits that way at the time. Spanish style rums are made with column stills, which appeared in the 19th century and are aged in white oak casks, which help to contribute to that light flavour profile that I mentioned earlier. This unexaggerated and refined flavour is probably a good way for people to start getting into rum, I would say, and it's also great for mixing. So how are we going to drink this one? Well, it's probably going to have to be in a Cuba Libre, of course, otherwise known as the humble rum and coke. As the story goes, in the year 1900, a captain in the US Army stationed in Havana during the Spanish-American War poured Coca-Cola and a squeeze of lime into his Bacardi and toasted his Cuban comrades by calling out in the bar per Cuba Libre, to a free Cuba. Last but not least, we've got Smith and Cross from Jamaica. Now, while all islands have their own interpretation of rum, it's probably Jamaica that's the most distinctive. There used to be as many as 250 distilleries in Jamaica. Now there's only 4, but there's never been more rum made there, and in such variety too. They say Jamaica makes enough rum every year to fill 20 Olympic-sized swimming pools, and it's sold in over 70 countries. Now, Jamaican rum has a very unique smell and taste, and a lot of people fondly refer to it as that Jamaican funk, and it's owed to 2 things: its geography and the way they approach their rum making. Firstly, Jamaica is rich with limestone, which is a mineral-rich sedimentary rock. The water on the island interacts with this and enhances the flavour of the sugarcane as it's absorbed by the plant. Secondly, is to do with the fermentation. While most other countries leave their sugar byproduct to ferment with yeast for a few days at a time in a controlled environment, Jamaica does this for a couple of weeks in big open pits. And the resulting flavour is pungent, ripe fruit with caramel, smoke. You get the picture. Now I'm trying to keep these serving suggestions simple for you guys because I know most of you don't have a full bar in the house. So let's do a treacle. I did this for another overproof in a previous Rumslinger box and it turned out great. The drink was created in London by Dick Bardsell and it's essentially rum, sugar syrup and clear apple juice. The original recipe is quite adamant on using the cheapo stuff, but I'm sure nobody will mind if you have some Gucci apple juice sitting there in the fridge. Well, that's it from me guys, thank you very much for tuning in and I hope you enjoy the rest of your festival. If you've enjoyed tasting these rums, the Rumslinger does this every month and you can find out more at therumslinger.com. Cheers.
Thanks Kenneth, I'll be sure to subscribe when my sass comes through. As a Paisley buddy, I'm sad I can't be enjoying this mocktail in front of the Abbey at this year's festival. And due to COVID restrictions, our next act couldn't be here with us either. But from their home studio, here's Caroline and Ras Tenda with some reggae.
Get ready, ja people. Lucifer is rising. Put on the Gideon suit, the people get ready for the Gideon. Put on the Gideon suit.
Greetings and welcome to the Rum Shack at Paisley International Food and Drink Festival 2021. I'm Caroline from Glasgow's Bass Warrior Sound System and I'm joined by Ras Tenda from Huddersfield's Roots Tradition Around Bait. It's lovely to be here with you.
For real, everything cook, curry and seal. May I tell ya? Happen to be the Paisley Food and Wine Festival 2020.
Reach your goal.
Opening with Robert Dallas.
Your soul.
A tune for the times.
When you play your role, no existence is meaningless. So everyone had a purpose. Always strive to do your best. They are greatest amongst us. It's designed by God and nature that we should live and grow. So fulfill this divine order. It's necessary, you know, to play your role and reach your goal. Play your role. Your goal, but never lose your soul. But never lose your soul.
It's all about the warm and easy juggling.
Play your role.
Roman sings.
Reach your goal.
Did you hear
but
that?
Never lose your soul.
No, never.
But never lose your soul. No, 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 no.
Man called Robert Dallas sings.
Philosopher will argue about what man's purpose. But I just urge you to exercise the God within us. Show concern for people. Make sure they are well. Care for Mother Earth. Shun evil. Yeah, work, create, and excel. That you roll, you should play. I say, play your role, reach your goal, but never lose your soul, but never lose your soul. Get ready, ja people.
I'm to be the one called Paisley. This one's called the Gideon Boots.
Put on the Gideon suit, the people get ready for the Gideon.
on a mistake there. It's the Gideon suit, not the Gideon boot. So kind of nice. So we gotta paint twice, even twice.
We have the suits and the boots, so you're okay.
Get ready, Jah people. Lucifer is rising.
Paisley.
Put on the Gideon suit, Jah people.
Paisley from Paisley, maybe.
Put on the Gideon suit, Jah people get ready for the Gideon. Put on the Gideon suit, Jah people get ready for the Gideon. Put on the Gideon suit, the people get ready for the Gideon. First time in my life I see people dying like flies. People dropping and dying in the street, just like flies. Some sit at home like sitting ducks, waiting to die. Well, so many people are hungry, there is no food. Put on the Gideon suit, the people get ready for the Gideon. Put on the Gideon suit, the people get ready for the Gideon. We cannot meet and greet each other because of Corona.
But you can come with us. We can be here in your kitchen with you, and we can all have a wee dance together. So you're all right.
Yes, Lucifer, Corona.
Oh, Lord.
Spreading all over. Yes, Lucifer, Corona. It's spreading all over. Put on the Gideon suit, the people get ready for the Gideon. Put on the Gideon suit, the people get ready for the Gideon. Put it on, I say.
Ras Tenda. This is another one we'd like you to look out for. Pay your soul rebel, he says proud is Babylon. Come cross. That was the false start, now you come the real stance. When you listen to wailing voice as he cries about Babylon, listen good.
Road is Babylon. System are falling down. Road is Babylon. System are falling down.
Kinda hot, want a rhythm track. Hope you listen to words and rock. Hey yo, soul rebel says
Road is Babylon. System are falling down. Road is Babylon. System are falling down. The wise and the the poor and the prisoner. Oh, hell is Babylon.
when you switch it on, you know. Yeah, man, years of experience, you know. Give thanks. Just the sound, it's the lovely music what plays through the airwaves, you know.
Yes, I love this one. This is Shasha Marley from Ghana, and he's saying, shame politicians.
Politicians are the strong in the world. Destroying our planet Earth.
Reggae music from Africa.
The ozone layer with them weapons of mass destruction.
Oh, Lord.
Making the earth a very hot place to live in. Hotter than Mercury, the planet closer to the sun. Hey, shame on you guys. Shame on you guys. Shame on you guys. Shame on you guys, politicians. Shame on you.
Too much struggling, too much suffering. But listen to the piano, yeah. Reggae from Africa is our dinner.
Sean Gobert, I know you love that piano.
I see evil in your eyes, rebel leader. I see evil in your eyes, oh Mr. President. Oh, I see evil in your eyes, oh politician. 'Cause anytime I see you on television, I see evil in your eyes, oh politician. I don't fear who. I don't fear who take. I don't fear who. I don't fear who take. But I just don't want to mention this. 'Cause I know some evil ones there, killing innocent women and children. I say it. Saying is a benefit of the nation I'm living. But I know it's the cause of them own selfishness. I say it. Hey, shame on you guys. Shame on you guys.
Shame.
Shame on you guys.
Shasha Marley,
Shame on.
as he walks away.
In this a crucial time, you know. I got to the white scene. Don't leave your yard and get compromised, you know.
Happen to be the man called Keity Roots. This one called the COVID-19 scene.
In this a crucial time, you know.
Ras Tenda, come with it, Ras Tenda,
I
roll
got
it
to the
here.
white scene. Don't leave your yard and get compromised, you know.
Oh, Lord.
COVID-19, you're wickeder than the wickedest crying. COVID-19, Jaja knows you're one of a kind.
Keity Roots says,
You spread your wrath on the whole wide world. Respect, man, woman, boy, or girl. Are you a phenomenon or a sign of the times? Some of them say we're living in the times of revelation. Global disasters, a nation fighting nation. Mankind's technology can only lead to self-destruction. Cause coronavirus knows no compromise. COVID-19, you're wickeder than the wickedest crying. COVID-19, Jaja knows you're one of a kind.
think of COVID-19.
Spread your wrath on the whole wide world. Respect, man, woman, boy, or girl. Are you a phenomenon or a sign of the times?
The big bad virus has affected us all, but you know what? We're prevailing.
The full story is not been told.
Man, some more life.
Disease there. Just can't afford.
We say more love.
Lock down with your family. Make sure everybody's safe and nice. Before you make a move out there, I beg you think twice. COVID-19, you're wickeder than the wickedest crying. COVID-19, Jaja knows you're one of a crying. You spread your wrath on the whole wide world. No respect, man, woman, boy, or girl. Are you a phenomenon or a sign of the time?
The COVID-19 turning the world in a crime scene.
Be your brothers.
Key to Roots coming. I want you to listen to that dubwise, yeah. Black Legacy. Key to Roots.
Bass Warrior Sound System family, we're coming for you soon.
And don't forget you can catch Bass Warrior live on Real Roots Radio Mondays at 9 o'clock. So don't forget that scene.
And don't forget you can catch Ras Tenda on Article Vibes every Thursday at 8.
In case you never know, launch up the Paisley Food and Wine Festival 2021. Virtual, you know. It's Ras Tenda passing through with Sister Caroline Farm, Bass Warrior. Yeah, my right tie reggae show. Meets round beat.
And big thanks to Michael and Lewis and Brian and Sean and Daryl, the cocktail extraordinary cocktail person, for asking us to do this. Thank you so much. Rum Shack, we miss you.
Me say in a rum shack. No care if you white or them, no care if you black. You could have bald head or even natty dreadlocks. We no care if you slim or we no care if you fat. Yeah, mom, launch up the Rum Shack family every time. Now also, don't forget, there's a tune called Rise Up Time. And it's one which is calling for unity, strength, and not the struggle. So when you listen to it, and it's available on vinyl, do check out the Round Beats Records hub scene.
Excuse me if I could be so bold, Ras Tenda. What he's not telling you is that it's his song. It's available now and it's here.
He who dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I will say of Rastafari is thy refuge and thy fortress. We tell you, say, it's a rise up time.
Rise Up Time is out now on general release. You can get it from www.roundbeatrecordhub.com.
Yeah. He who dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I will say of Rastafari is thy refuge and thy fortress. We tell you, say, it's a rise up time. Elevate your heart and your mind. The reason why the system's so hard.
Again.
He who dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And I will say of Rastafari is thy refuge and thy fortress. We tell you, say,
Available on the streets right now. The Rise Up Time.
elevate
Ras Tenda.
As social isolation swallows up the nation, I and I have to raise and save this a generation with an uplifting meditation, a positive love vibration. Overstand? As the city stands so solitary, empty spaces where people used to be, have the people gone into captivity as their homes has become their only sanctuary. There's social isolation, me brethren. It has swallowed up the nation, me sister. We got to save the nation. We got to save this generation with a positive vibration. Them lock down the social spaces. Nobody now go in at them offices. Missy government lock down all premises. Them lock down the town and also the villages.
It's a rise of time. Elevate your heart and your mind. The reason why the system's so hard, 'cause it's by Babylon design. We tell you, say, it's a rise of time. Elevate your heart and your mind. The reason why the system's so hard, 'cause it's by Babylon design.
Nobody goes to the master churches. Them say keep safe and social distance is the practice. But the virus is really no business. Your place, your color, or your privilege.
And I'll tell you,
You could have conscious, you could be wearing a wig.
check this.
2 weeks, me not even see a joke.
Now this tune comes with a bingy mix, vocal, a steppers mix, and of course Don Faye on the flute, seeing the steppers flute.
And who was the star of the mixing board? Super Youth out of Leeds.
Yeah, man, large up kind of stone super youth, you know.
Also, you can look out for his new release, Jah Rastafari. It's beautiful. Get it, get it, get it. Okay, I think that's it. We've come to the end, and I would just like to say a huge, big, massive thank you to our beautiful Rum Shack family. You know how much we love you, and it's been an absolute pleasure to be here with you today, and all you great, lovely people of Paisley. I hope you've enjoyed having a wee dance around your house with us. And just, you know what, Brian's going to be showing you how to cook some chicken, so get the dinner on. Daryl's going to be telling you how to do some cocktails, so get the, I don't know what it is, the shaker, get the shaker out, do whatever you're doing, and have a lovely night and a great weekend at Paisley International Food and Drink Festival 2021. Okay, so all I want to say to you is peace, love, guidance and protection. Yeah, it's a really hard time, just look after yourself, and we'll see you soon.
Just Jah guidance and I take Chanel the struggle, see? The struggle, see? The struggle, see? The struggle, see?
Thanks to Caroline and Ras Tenda. It was so good seeing you, and hopefully we'll have you back in the Rum Shack in no time. Anyway, the sun's out, so let's head outside. Outside we're joining Rum Shack's main man and UWS's very own alumni, Brian Austin. Brian's going to show us how to make one of our Rum Shack's signature dishes. Hi Brian.
Hi, how you doing, Amy?
Not bad, thanks. So, what have you got to us today?
I've got, I'm going to show you how to make chicken brown down. So it's a traditional Caribbean dish. First one I learned to cook, sort of thing you get at your granny's on a Sunday afternoon, just comfort food. Can't wait to show you.
Make sure you save some for me.
Yeah, I will do. Right, well, first of all, I'll run you through the ingredients. We've got chicken thighs marinated. You've got a wee bit of lime juice, a wee bit of coriander on them. Over here, I've got your onions diced, finely diced. Then I've got your ginger, I've got garlic, I've got thyme, get brown sugar, and there'll be a bit of coriander going in as well. The herb that we would use in Trinidad and Tobago is called shadow beni. Can't get it over here. Coriander's the next best thing. So get your pot, put it on the heat, put a bit of oil in it, get the oil nice and hot, and I'll just put a wee bit of salt in, see if it's hot. Yeah, it's getting there. Alright. Brown sugar, so it's demerara sugar. Just get it in there, and what it's going to do, it's going to melt, and when it gets to the right temperature, it'll go frothy. Which sounds weird, but trust me, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for it to go kind of soft and frothy, and when it gets to that point, that's when you put your chicken in. It has to be as hot as you can make it without burning it, because that heat does something magical with the chicken. It just kind of gets all the colour in, all the flavour gets sealed in, and then you throw your herbs and spices in, so that's what we're looking for. It'll take a few minutes, just keep stirring it with your wooden spoon. And it's getting darker and darker. So I'm just checking the sugar here. It's getting frothy, man. It's getting nice. There's a bit of smoke coming off. Alright, okay. So at that point you get your chicken ready. So the chicken has been marinated just for a couple hours, just with your lime juice, a bit of coriander. You see that there? Alright, okay. And get some in. Here we go. Alright. I'll give it another couple seconds. Alright, I'm going for it. Right, so it might get a bit sizzly. Just bear with me. Oh, okay, okay. And I like to put them in like just one at a time sort of thing. Make sure they're stirring round, just getting that colour. Yeah, that's it. As I say, this is the best part for me. I mean, you can't smell it, but see the smell coming off with all the kind of coriander, the lime juice, and the brown sugar in there. That's like, it's my favourite part. And it's taking the colour nice there. I'm going to put one more in. There we go. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're going to get some ginger and some garlic, put that in. Give it a wee stir as well. So all those flavours are just going to go into the chicken. The colour's going to get in there from the sugar, and it's going to seal it in, and it gives you that nice colour. A bit of onion. Try and chop the onion as small as you can get it, and then it's going to, you know, kind of disappear in the stew. But the onion gives it a wee bit more sweetness as well. Right, next up, thyme. Thyme's the one. That's like my favourite spice, favourite herb. And you just sprinkle that over all the chicken. I go heavy with the thyme, man. Thyme's my favourite part of it. Right, so the thyme's in there. And important, man, you need to put the salt. I should have probably put that in earlier, but don't worry, we'll be alright. Get that salt in there, season the meat, and that's it. So you might still be able to hear it sizzling. Later on we'll turn the temperature down, but for now you just want that heat to get all the flavours out, everything that's in the pot at the moment, and they all get mixed up. And that's us. Right, I'm going to put the lid on just for a wee second, just to let it do its thing. We'll get some moisture coming out of the chicken, get a wee bit of sauce going, and we'll come back and check that in about 5 minutes. Yeah, right, so cooking this down for a little while. Onions getting to where they need to be, getting out the translucent, flavors coming out of them. So at this point, not everybody puts beans in. I like to put beans in because it just adds another wee bit of flavour, another wee bit of texture. So I'm putting some black beans in. That's my favourite beans for this particular dish. Sometimes I'll use pigeon peas. Some people call them gungo peas, you know, but today I'm using these black beans. I like these. Okay, that's the stew, man. The stew is in there. I don't like to put the coriander in too early. So I'm going to chop a wee bit of coriander up now to get in. So the lid goes back on. Put the lid on as, you know, keep it on as much as you can. It keeps the kind of the moisture in, you know, builds up the stew. Okay, get some nice fresh coriander. I like using the stems as well as the leaves. So I'll give that a wee chop. There we go. Okay. And I like to chop it up very, very, very small, and just, you know, so it kind of disappears into the stew. Alright, so we have all the flavour is in there now, apart from the Scotch bonnet. And as I said, I don't like to put it in if I'm stirring a lot, because if it bursts, there's too much heat. Scotch bonnet in. It sits on top, it poaches, so the flavor kind of seeps out, but not the heat. So just put it right on top of the chicken, and then all the meat that's next to that Scotch bonnet's gonna have the Scotch bonnet flavor. Turn the heat down a little bit, lid back on, step away from the butt. That's it. Okay, right, so we've been stewing. What's done is done. It's ready now. The pepper, the onions, the thyme, the coriander, the ginger, the garlic, the salt, the pepper, the lime juice that was seasoning it to begin with, the sugar, everything is now in there. The beans are looking lovely. So it's time to plate up. So I'll get some macaroni pie here. Again, I was saying it's kind of comfort food. You get it, you know, go around your granny's house on a Sunday, glass of juice, just relaxing. So don't worry about how it looks, just get as much gravy, all that sauce, get it in there. There we go, right, that's it plated up. Right, I first did the Paisley Food Festival in 2016. I've loved doing it every single year, and I hope to see you guys next year. And I think I'm going to call Amy now to come and get our food. Amy, you ready?
Oh, Brian, this looks amazing.
I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to take this inside so you guys can watch the next act. Come on in. Next up, we've got Brother Rashka with some Scottish folk funk fusion. Take it away, guys.
Thank you. We are Brother Rashka. This is our first ever live gig, and we formed during lockdown, and it's so nice to be playing here in the Rum Shack for the Paisley Food Festival. That was a little set there. The first track we done online called Casa, and this next one is something fun. It's a tune that Jody put the bass part to on an Instagram video, and I wrote a little melody over it as well, and it's one called Tribe. Tribe, baby. This is a little track called Ama, which is Tamil for mother. Good fun. Thank you. Well, that was a track there called Amma, which was Sri Lankan or Tamil for mother. And the name Brother Raksha comes from Raksha mask, which you can see this lovely little guy here, which is part of Jodie's Sri Lankan heritage. That's where we've named this band after it. So yeah, we got together during lockdown. We recorded an EP, and this is the first time we're getting to perform it live, which we were very, very excited about. So keep your eyes peeled on social media over the next while, and you'll hear some of our new tracks. This next track we're doing is the second one that we came up with. It's a tune that we all kind of put together. I think we've named this after Daddy, and this one's called Ambitious. Thank you.
Thanks, Brother Raksha. Make sure you're checking out their social medias to see when their EP launches, and hopefully we'll see some Rack in the Shack sometime soon. Now, I'm sure lots of you have fond memories of drinking a cocktail in the Rum Shack beer garden under the glorious sun. Or maybe not. Anyway, let's head over to Darryl, who's going to show us how to make one of our signature cocktails and a Paisley Festival favourite, the Matter of Fact. Darryl?
Thank you, Paisley people, for joining us. So again, I'm Darryl, and today I'm going to be running you through the Matter of Fact. That is one of the Rum Shack's signature cocktails. So we'll start off with the Dark Matter. This is one of the first ever Scottish rums to come to the market. So it's got Indonesian peppers, allspice, some ginger, and some corn pepper as well. Just a lot of cinnamon flavors also in there. It pretty much reminds you of a little bit of like a Christmas cake. So it's got a lot of sweetness and it's really rich as well. Second of all, we're going to give you the Brazilian bitters. So this is bitters from Brazil and gives you 6 aromatic spices and botanicals up in there. So it gives you just a little bit more of a earthy flavor to it. Last but not least, we've got the pomegranate syrup. For those at home who don't have the pomegranate syrup, you can make it yourself. It's fairly easy. So you got 2 parts brown sugar and 1 part pomegranate juice. You just let that simmer on a low heat for 5 to 10 minutes. Once that's done, you got yourself your own pomegranate syrup. Okay, and now we're just gonna run through pretty much how to make it. So first things first, we're just going to make it in an old-fashioned type manner. So it's a lot of care that goes into it. It's not a fast cocktail to make, but it's worth it at the end. So we're just going to start off with 50 ml of dark matter. Smells good. Got your 50 ml. So also got pomegranate juice. We're just going to use 10 ml of this, but since you're making this at home yourself, you can add a little bit more, just if you want it like it a little bit sweeter like I do. But for now, just going to use 10. You got your 10 ml there. And we're just going to finish that off with 3 drops of your Brazilian bitters. There we go. Okay, now that you got all of your ingredients in, we're going to start off the dilution. So you're going to start off with 2 ice cubes, just so that sort of breaks up and fuses all of your ingredients. So you're going to want to stir this for about 2 to 3 minutes, just to get all the flavors mixed in together. Again, it's not something that you should rush, and it needs a lot of love and care, but it's totally worth it at the end. So what you're looking for is not to dilute it all the way, because you don't want to make it too watery. You still want to have that sort of boozy kick, but again, you can also dilute it to your own taste and flavoring. Here we are. So now we're just going to add a little bit more ice. And what you're looking for now is just to boost the volume without totally diluting all of the flavors from the cocktail. There you go, just gonna stir it nice and evenly. Just make sure that you taste it all the way through. Again, you just don't want to just be left with just a boozeless cocktail. There you go, that's looking about the right amount in there. Again, just taste it as you go along, just make it to suit. So we're going to finish off with a little bit of orange peel. So I quite like to rub the rim of the cocktail, of the glass, and that gives you the oils just coming through, gives you a nice nose. There you go. So you're just going to top that off with your orange, and there you have it. That's the matter of fact. I hope you guys enjoy it at home. and I'm just going to hand you back over to Amy.
That looks great, Daryl. Can I have one to go?
Of course you can.
So thanks everyone, that's us wrapping up for this evening. I just want to say a big thank you to Renfrewshire Council, to everyone involved today, and especially you lovely folk all watching from home. We're going to finish off with Samson Sounds, so let's head back downstairs. Now, let's head back to the venue where Samson Sounds are ready to play us out. Take it away, guys.
Yeah, welcome back to the Rum Shack, the one and only. Oh yeah. So we're gonna take it up again, as we always do. Styling, styling. Yeah, you listen, style's not just about the clothes you wear. It's about what you feel inside, what's inside your mind that counts. Style's about what's inside your heart, how we talk to one another. I listen to you, you listen to me. I style with you, you style with me. Come style together. Walk down the street how you will, wear whatever you want in any weather. Yeah, we styling together. So come. You know how we do. We styling, styling. Yeah. Styling for a while now. Styling the miles in. Yeah. You know, it's late night. We styling, styling. Yeah. Styling for a while now. Styling the miles in. Yeah, it's late night. Come on. Here we go. You know how we do? What? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It takes a little, so give a little. We take a little and give a little. It takes a little, so give a little. We take a little and give a. Come on, style comes from you, comes from me. So take a little while when you're styling with me. When push comes to shove, you will see. When we are styling, we are free. We check wild with decisions. We run wild with precision. So come out with your style to be seen. Yeah, come out and style how you mean. Come style with me, come get up. 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 Come style with me, come style with me. Come style with me, come get up. 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 Come style with me, come style with me. Come style with me, come get up. We styling, styling. We styling, styling, styling for a while. Styling for a while now. Styling the miles in. Yeah, it's late night. Oh yeah. Don't stop when the game starts. Yeah, so it's been a very different year for everyone. But you know we like to work. So if you love your work, make sure you work properly. Turn up inside your mind, inside your heart. That's where the work really starts. You know how we do. You ever going to work? Yeah, let's work, come on, properly. Let's go to work. We're working. From the second we clock in, we're working properly. Yeah, styling. Yes, Rum Shack, you know how we do it. Oh yeah! The second I clock in, I'm watching. Oh yeah! Yeah, I'm working. Working. What? See me? From the second I clock in, I'm working properly. Put on a bass like Prince, work hard like Hockney, nobody's stopping me. See me? See me? Put on a bass like Prince, work hard like Hockney, nobody stopping me. Put on a bass like Prince, work hard like Hockney, nobody stopping me. Put on a bass like Prince, work hard like Hockney, nobody stopping me. Put on a bass like Prince, work hard like Hockney, nobody stopping me. Yes, Rum Shack. It's been some time since we've been on this stage, but it feels nice to be back again. We hope you're enjoying yourselves out there wherever you are. And keep the heart, always. Positivity is what keeps us through. Just let that get to you. Come on, we're gonna go to work! when I go to work. Yeah. Thank you very, very, very much for tuning in and sticking with us through the night. Big up to the Rum Shack for having us down, and Barry for being on sound with us tonight. You guys are wicked. Thank you very much. We've been Samson Sounds, and see you when we can see you as soon as possible. Big up yourselves. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We won't be here for another few months.
I was walking down